Welcome back to the new session of MS Excel 365 formulas. My name is Sachin, and here in this video we are going to discuss a new formula that is called aggregate. So let's start, guys. Guys, in last video we had discussed a formula called sum, where we have seen it can do the sum of a particular data based on the given parameters. Like we can sum it up. For example, if I want to sum the given data that is starting from C2 to C16 and I'm pressing enter, I'm getting the result as 12k. But in some times it happens like some rows are hidden. So in that scenario we want to see only the result that data is presented only. So in that scenario, this sum formula will give the sum total where the data contains from C2 to C16 only. But on the other side, if we are going to apply this aggregate formula, we are able to see this is the data given of the presentable cells only. So in that scenario, we can use this aggregate formula, but we'll see like how we can apply this formula actually. First, we'll see what the description says. It says returns an aggregate in a list or database. Basically, it will try to aggregate things. And if we go further, we can see there are multiples further options also where we can apply average, count, counta, max, mean, products. It is similar like subtotal formula that we had discussed in our previous video, but this covers more formula actually more formula compared to subtotal, where we have seen there were few formulas like min, max, and all. Here we can see extra functions like mode, median, variance, large, small, percentiles, quantile, and all. Uh, if we want to sum the sum total of the list, we can simply press 9 and press comma, and then after that also we will see further options where it says like ignore nested subtotal, aggregate, and like that. And there are a couple of more options also like ignore nothing. If we are try to put 4, it will ignore nothing and it will do the sum total. But here in this list we have hidden the rows, so simply we can apply ignore hidden rows and press 5 and press comma and then select the list, and see we are able to see the exact result that we were getting by applying the in the above cell. Let's see the practical uses of this aggregate formula here. So first we will start with the this ignore subtotal. In front of you in first case we are having the sales of different products. In the first table we are having a list of bag sales based on women, men, and kids. We had the subtotal of this list by putting this subtotal formula, and again we did the subtotal of this footwear sales also. And we were trying to put this aggregate formula. If you see, if we go here, we want to do the subtotal aggregate of this formula, aggregate of this list, and we can put 0 where it is written like ignore nested subtotal or aggregate function. We can press 0 and press enter. So exactly it is exactly we are getting the same result that we were getting by putting the subtotal formula, where we were getting our results by putting like, by selecting the multiple cells. In a single click we can get the sales of the total products. Now coming to the next case, where the rows are hidden, and we can put this formula. This is the exactly same that we had discussed in this list. In this second case we are having the salary of this particular employees. We can put this aggregate formula where 9 says the we want to do the sum, and 5 says we want to ignore the rows, and this is the array. If we want to hide the first one, ideally it should decrease by 80k. I'm pressing control line, and see it is decreased by 80k only. So we can ignore the rows also. Now coming to the third case, where we have seen, where we want to do the subtotal of this data, where we are having the sales of particular products based on the quarters. But in this list we are having a couple of errors. If we are getting and we are doing the sum of this particular list, we are unable to get our result, like we are not able to see your results. But on the other side, if you are trying to put this aggregate formula, then we can get our result wherever the data contains. See, I can put this formula where I have changed the second parameter, which is ignore error value. I can press simply S6 and stretch this formula to this. I can press out. I can put this formula to the columns also, like this only. So this was all about this aggregate formula, guys. There are more functions. Like in this formula we had discussed only the sum thing. We can put this formula in many ways, and prepare while preparing fs we can leverage this formula, and there are a couple of more ways we can leverage this. We can figure it out later, but for the time being